In this video, we're going to cover how to use the Volt MX Sketch plugin to import a project from Sketch to Volt MX Iris to create a Volt MX Iris project. The Sketch plugin is an extension available from Volt MX, using one which you can install the plugin in Sketch. Once the Sketch plugin is installed, you can convert Sketch artboards into Volt MX Iris projects. In this video, we will cover a few key points in the conversion process. Since Sketch software is only supported on the Mac OS, this Sketch plugin is also available only for the Mac OS. Please note that the Sketch plugin is not available for Windows. Once you install the Sketch plugin, you will see a new menu option, Volt MX Iris, in the plugins menu in Sketch. Let's start with the demo. On your Mac, launch the Sketch application. For this video, we will use a sample Sketch document from a retail banking project. This project has a few artboards which are designed for a mobile layout. The artboards you select from the sample Sketch document will be run through the process to create an Iris project. Once you select a few artboards from the Sketch menu, select Plugins, Volt MX Iris, and then Export Panel. A Volt MX Sketch plugin to export dialog appears. You have several options available in this dialog. These options are a set of configurable properties. Let us take a look at a few of these configurable properties. The highlighted property is the path where the generated Iris project should be saved. It is recommended to select a location where you have full read-write access. The next selected property lets you choose if you want to generate a new form, or append, or replace a form from an existing Iris project. If you are starting fresh, choose Append to Project. The next property is the architecture of the generated project. The plugin supports both free form in the reference architecture projects. Click on the Export option to start the conversion process. The dialog will keep updating as the process progresses. Once the conversion process is complete, navigate to the path where the Iris project is saved. In the project folder structure, you can see the saved Iris project. Zip or compress the project, and then launch the Volt MX Iris. From the File menu of Iris, import the generated project inside Iris. This adds to the project to the workspace of your Iris. Once the project is successfully imported, you will see a set of Volt MX forms exactly the same way as your artboards in your Sketch document. Let us navigate back to the Sketch and try to add a new artboard to this project. Select the artboard from the Sketch document and click on Plugins, Volt MX Iris, Export Panel option to launch the Volt MX Sketch plugin, Export dialog. Select a location where this artboard should be converted and saved as a Volt MX form. Since we are trying to add a new form to the existing project, select the Iris Workspace project folder. Run through the same process as you did earlier. After the refresh, you will see that a new form has been added to the Iris project. Let us follow similar steps again, but this time instead of adding a new artboard to the project, let us modify an existing artboard and see how the generated form gets these changes. Navigate back to Sketch and select an artboard. Please select the one which we have already used to generate the Iris project. Let us modify this artboard. Select labels and change their text. Run through the exact same process as you would do to generate to Iris project, only this time choose Replace Form instead of Append to Project. The location of the generated form will be the same, Iris project inside the workspace. Once the conversion process is complete, refresh the Iris project to reflect the changed form. You will see that the label text has changed and it is the same as what is on the artboard. Let us preview this app to see how this looks on a device. Click on the Run menu to generate the preview and launch Volt MX Iris App Viewer application to preview this app. You can preview your app live on the device in a matter of few minutes. You are able to take a design and see it live on a mobile device, iterate over it, and make changes. That is the efficiency of the Volt MX Sketch plugin at work. Let us extend this tutorial further to add a few desktop web forms to the generated project. Navigate back to Sketch and select a few artboards which have been designed for the desktop web layout. If your current Sketch document does not have artboards for the desktop web layout, you can select a different document that has the desktop web layout, run through the same process of selecting the artboards and appending them to the generated Iris project. Please note that the location of the project is inside the Iris workspace. Select the desktop web layout since you're generating forms for the desktop web channel. Once the conversion process has finished, navigate back to Iris and refresh the project. After the refresh, you will see a few forms under the desktop web channel. These are generated from artboards you selected from the Sketch document. This brings us to the end of this demo. This feature brings a lot of value for Sketch users like you, who use Sketch for designing the user interface of their application. You can seamlessly continue to design your applications in Volt MX Iris, picking up the design process from where you left it in Sketch. Please refer to Volt MX documentation for more information.